Hello guys and welcome to today's matchup between the Niagara Knights at your Algonquin College Wolves. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Followed alongside me is my color commentator, Seth Fourier. And we're looking forward to bringing you guys all the action of the preliminary round of the OCAA playoffs, starting soon enough within the next 2 minutes here. But a lot to break down, Seth, heading into today's game. The Wolves currently finished their regular season at a 12-6 record, currently sitting at 4th in the East, facing off against Niagara, currently sitting at 5th in the West with a 10-8 record. So a team that's not too different from each other. It's going to be a close one. You never know what to expect heading into games like these. It's just a mentality difference. It's just a different beast. You don't know what to expect. But the Wolves in their last 5 games are 3-2 too, so they've been on a 3-game heater. They're on a massive winning streak. They want to keep this momentum moving forward here against Niagara if they really look to make a push past the preliminaries and make a solid run for the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. And Bailey, this is a team that, they're 12 wins, also 6 losses, but they played in narrow losses against Georgia and Durham, but also high-scoring games against St. Lawrence and Loyalists. So it's a team that's able to drop a lot of points, but it's still a team that has been in close games, so that when it comes to playoffs, if ever this game is a 1-point or 3-point game, they know what to do with it. They're not going to panic. They've been in the same position before, so that's a good thing for them. But also for them, a thing that stands out, and same thing with the women's team, it's their free throw percentage. They, especially in games against Centennial and St. Lawrence, finishing with 80.6 and 80.8% on the line. So they got to get away. They got to find a way to get to the free throw line. They get to the free throw line. It's proven when you look at the stats that when they're on the free throw line more than not, they win games. So if they want to win, they got to get to the free throw line. That's the recipe here today.
Exactly. You really want to draw those fouls all game long. Take those 2s, take those 3s, the gimmies that you really desperately need to win these kind of games, right? Now, excuse me there. Now, let's talk about team stats here. The Wolves.
Yeah, they have.
I'm dying here.
81.5 points a game, 41.3 field goal percentage. I'll let you take over from there.
Yeah, of course. So the Wolves across 18 games this season, and talk about team stats alone, averaging 81.5 points per game. So it's still a very dominant offensive team here. This is a team that can drop points. But is it the defensive aspect of the game that you really have to work around here as well too? Talk from the field, their field goal percentage, 41.3%. Their three-point percentage, 32.6%. So still capable of shooting from outside the 3. Hasn't been an issue for them this season. And when it comes to free throws, a 70.9, technically 71 if you want to round up just a little bit too. So a team that can really shoot the ball, a really dominant offensive team here. Let's look to see what they could bring Niagara today. But when we talk about their defensive game a little bit, only averaging just a little under 40 rebounds per game, 38.2, and when it comes to assists per game, 17.2 as well. You talk about Teslock. Look, he's notably been the Wolves' biggest MVP this season. He's second in the league in points per game at an 8 and at a 19.9.
So round that up, that's 20 points.
That's 20 points per game too, and he's had games where he's balled out. Expect something from him heading into today's game. Preliminary round, first game of the playoffs, a team that's going to bring a tough challenge to you guys today. Expect him to clutch up in today's game. You don't know what you can expect from a guy like him. Simon Desta as well too, a guy who could shoot remarkable numbers from outside the 3 too. And when you talk about Simon Desta, right, he's currently 3rd in the league in 3-point shots taken and landed throughout the OCAA at a 56 out of 138. He doesn't land top 5 in 3-point percentage, but still, the remarkable numbers that he's still able and capable of putting up as well too. And you talk about the Wolves, 3-5 in their last 5 games, 3-2 in their last 5 games as well too, right? So
yeah,
a team that's on a heater right now, you don't want to give up this momentum heading into today's game. It's going to be a tough competitor, a tough matchup, but you really need to play disciplined basketball and not give up a ton of fouls.
Yeah, 100%. You can't give up the fouls because you don't want the other team to take advantage of what you're giving. So Algonquin's got to come in here. They got to play great offense, but it all starts with their defensive presence. They're really strong on the defensive boards, and that creates more offensive opportunities for them. So they really got to focus on that, and they got to really focus on, hey, how are we going to put the ball in the basket? Are we going to shoot it from deep? Are we going to drive it in? How is the ball movement going to look? All those have to come in. But for them, they got to minimize errors, and they got to minimize the turnovers, because this is the team that has a lot of turnovers, and they got to minimize those. If they minimize those turnovers, you don't give Niagara the chance to really take charge with that. All the momentum's on your side, and Algonquin's looking good here today. But like we said for the women's game also, Niagara's a team that we don't see a lot of. We haven't broadcast any of their games because they're on the west, right? We're on the east side. So we got to really, it's a game that you got to really know, okay, watch a lot of video, watch all the film, know those gaps, know those holes that are available, and you're able to go from there. Really, that's what you got to do here. But it all comes down to how many points offensively does TESOC Luck drop. If he does well, the team runs well under him. So if he can score a good 15 points here tonight, Bailey, we're in for a treat, and Algonquin are looking to punch their ticket to the quarterfinal game.
Agreed with you 100%, Seth, here as we await jump ball coming to you guys shortly. But before we get action here, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, whether it's on the OCAA website or the Algonquin College Wolves YouTube channel. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Followed alongside me is my color commentator. And we're looking forward to bringing you guys all the action here. Jump ball underway here, and the Wolves are going to win the tip back, but Niagara's going to gain possession of the ball here to start off this opening quarter. Wolves really looking to stay to their guy here. Balmaceda really trying to carry from outside, but they're going to land an early dunk here and throw up the first two of the game here. Wolves looking to rush throughout the outside here. Opena in possession right now. It's going to find its way potentially. Thought it was over the baseline there, but they're going to get this one over to Balmaceda in the number 6 jersey in white. Over to TESOC. Luke shooting from the corner there from downtown from outside is going to land the first 3-point attempt of the game here with the Wolves up 3-2.
And that's something that's gonna be strong for Niagara is really know, okay, well, what is Algonquin going to do? Are they going to drive in? They're going to shoot from deep? Because from downtown, Algonquin's really strong from there. So we'll go from there. But way to start the game for Niagara. First bucket is an alley-oop and a dunk. Way to start it. But we saw it during the warm-ups. We saw Niagara really, all their players are able to dunk. So it's going to be interesting here how many big plays we see, because we're used to seeing Luck and a couple of these other players on the Algonquin roster be able to dunk. So let's see here how it goes. But actually, that was a 2-point. It wasn't a 3-pointer for TESOC Luck shot, so it's tied 2-2.
Opena in possession right now is going to drop that one over to TESOC Luck, looking to make his way inside the paint there. It was going to go off the backboard and out here as Niagara will pick up on the defensive rebound, looking to make the offensive transition the other way. He's going to drop that one down, trying to spin away from defenders. Going to pass that outside the 3, and there's going to be a travel pending on the play here for Niagara. The Wolves looking to come back the other way with it here. TESOC look to take the early throw-in for the Wolves here in the number 24 jersey in white. You talk about him. He's second in the league in points per game with a 19.9. Just 0.1 shy of 20. When you think of those numbers, they're just remarkable. Number 121 jersey, La Chapelle was going to pass that one inside to Ted Brain, was going to find its way out of bounds throughout the sideline.
Yeah, Bailey, defensively, it's going to be a great defensive game for both teams. We see here, just at the start here, only 2-2, and both these teams are playing very well defensively. Their hands are active. We'll be excited to see how it goes.
Nice drive up the middle there, but nonetheless, a 2-point will be awarded to the Wolves as La Chapelle will come out to the line here for his 2 free throw opportunities. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 here on these next.
Great bucket by him to have body control of absorbing the contact, still be able to concentrate and put the ball in the bucket, sorry.
But I'll come back the other way in over the midcourt line right now, playing from the left side of the out. Make his way through the 3. It'll be picked up by Opena, moving that one forward, and a nice lead pass to TESOC. Look, now working inside the paint right now. Nice little windmill overhand there, but was going to find his way down off the floor. Trevor Costello, again, a little vocal here with the sideline official, but
see, Bailey, 2 quick trips to the free throw line, and that's exactly what the Wolves need to do. They got to find a way to penetrate the defense from the Knights, able to go to the bucket and get them to foul, and we see here 2 quick foul trips, and let's see here if we can capitalize here. Let's see if Luck can do that.
Run those fouls and run those free throws all game long, whether you get 2s or 3s. You just want to get as many of those opportunities as you possibly want here. And TESOC Luck will make his way to inside the free throw circle right now. Looks like we'll have a Haven Holder make his way potentially out onto the court here in the number 31 jersey in white.
Yeah, I think there's a little blood on his hand. He's going to go get that, figure it out. Sub for him. Let's see if we can get those free throws to drop.
Over to Teslock Look now from the line. 1 for 1 so far here tonight from the free throw line. See if he can make that 2. And beautifully done by him. They're going to pass this one in from in behind the baseline. Looking to move this ball out. Wolves really trying to optimize on that pressure there coming from the half court. Utilizing a half court press, trying to really force those turnovers here. The Knights are going to spin away with it here, and Teslock Luke is going to pick up on the steal, and he's going to get one up in the face. Nonetheless, and he'll come up to the line for 2. It's been a pretty slow start here, but the Wolves up 6-2 here with just a little under 2 minutes into this opening quarter here.
(6-2), 8:05 left in the first quarter. Quick 6 points for the Wolves. Let's see if they can get some more to drop in their favor.
Play from the sideline here once again. I'll hand this off to the official.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over at the middle of the court here. Both teams' coaches with the one official talking things over. Not sure what happened. I don't know if you saw something, Bailey.
No, I didn't see anything. I'm not even entirely sure what's going on there and what the ongoing discussion is, but as we wait a response, both teams will make their ways back to their respective bench to talk over game plans and game strategy. With the Wolves up 6-2 here with 8:03 left to go here in this opening quarter. Been a lot of slow back and forth action as of late here. One team looking to pick up the pace, probably and preferably the team with the 4-point lead.
Bailey, and hopefully we got everything sorted out and we can get back to playing basketball.
Pass this one over to LaChapelle and a nice handoff there to Teslock. Look now working from inside the paint. I was going to be knocked away out of bounds there.
That's quick 5 fouls for Niagara and another trip to the free throw line for Algonquin, and they're living so far here in the first 2 minutes of the game, living there at the free throw line, being their second trip here.
And they'll run as many fouls as they can possibly get. Teslock Look now from inside the circle. Was going to land this one down. Nicely done, 3 for 3 on the night from him. And 4 for 4 off the rim, backboard and in here. I'll move this one across now, working from the left side, now over to the right, court wide. He's going to play that in behind the back, nicely done. Now from the corner outside the 3, he's going to work inside the paint right now, being heavily guarded with the pressure there. Beautifully done, and a nice steal by Teslock. Look, rushing up. He's going to drive up the middle within a beautiful overhand, and he will secure the 2 points there.
That was a great shot there. Great way to lay it in. Bailey, that was a great shot.
And he'll play this one into the corner now, looking to work inside the paint right now. He's going to spin away with it from outside the 3 now from the left side of the court. Niagara in possession, play top of the arc. Well, that's going to bounce off the back rim there. Kept back in action. We're going to hand this one back, but let's keep that over the midcourt line. From inside the 3. Back top of the arc. He's going to try and drive away with it, going wide, but nonetheless, Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound and come back the other way. Ball Masita, number 6 in white in possession right now, is going to pass this one to the outside. LaChapelle is going to kind of spin away with it here, and he's going to get picked up the ball in his tracks. Coming back from the left side now is going to drop this one outside the 3 and going for the 3-point attempt from downtown will be successful here from the Niagara Knights. He's going to pass this one over to Opena from inside their own zone. Beautiful cross coming from him as he's able to beat a defender now from outside the 3 on top of the arc. playing from just outside the paint there. It was going to go for that fadeaway shot, but unsuccessful there as Niagara picks up on the defensive rebound. He's going to try and cross back within. He's going to cut back into the middle from the left side of the court now. Just inside the free throw circle there with a fake pass, and was able to draw defenders toward him to get a free shot coming from the corner. Opena, nice lead pass forward to Balmaceda from outside the three. He's going to pass this one over to Opena. Opena, nice play from him behind the legs there. He's going to pass this one over to Holder. Test lock look, number 24 in white. He's going to go for the three-point shot there. Unsuccessful. We're going to have an air ball up on the play there, recovered by Balmaceda. Inside the three, or not inside the three, but inside the paint. Nonetheless, we'll lay it down. From outside the paint right now, is going to go cross court with it here. Fadeaway shot coming in from him there, and the Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound. Holder in possession, makes his way over the midcourt line at center. LaChapelle's going to kind of turn away with it and drop that one nicely to Testlock look. Testlock look, driving up the middle with it, is going to get knocked away from the ball, and the Wolves have just been trying to really get through the middle there, but Niagara's been playing some really solid zone defense, as we've seen in a masterclass performance within the last 5 minutes. The Wolves up 12-5 over the Knights. Make their way to the bench here, as we'll have a substitution made up on the court. Number 8 in white, Simon Desta, leads the Algonquin Wolves franchise history point scoring leader.
Incredible accolade to be able to achieve if you're Simon Desta.
Webster now out onto the court in the number 13 jersey in white. Testlock look. Play this ball from in behind the baseline. I do believe here is going to be handed off, or no, not quite. It will come over to the free throw line for 2. Beautifully played, 1 for 1 on the night. Trying to lay that down for 2 there, but it's going to be unsuccessful off the back of the rim there, and the Wolves will pick up the loose ball and look to make their way over the other way. Testlock looks going to spin back with it. He's already got 8 points on the night, only 2 shy here in this opening quarter of double digits. And expect the unexpected from him. You're going to see some sort of beast mode, full clutch. That's probably what you're going to get. Pull up 3, potentially up on the line there. Unsuccessful is going to be a little miscommunication up on the play and a midcourt collision. Dessa was going to move that forward to Opena there, and he'll come through with a beautiful layup up on the play. Wolves lead 14-6 over the Knights here.
Yeah, and Bailey, that's incredible passing, incredible distribution where ball's moving and we're able to just lay it in and getting the point there. You see Desta forcing the play defensively, able to transition into offense, which we know is a big part of winning or losing game. Transition into offense, and he has his teammate Balmaceda. Bounces past to Balmaceda. Balmaceda lays it in. Doesn't feel the pressure coming to him. And 14-6 here. What Bailey, for you, what are you liking so far? Because what I like how ball's being moved. We're taking shots. We're making our shots. 5 of 9 from the field, and only 1 from the three-point line that we missed. But I like how we're taking shots and we're getting to the free throw line. That I like. We're driving to the basket. We're forcing Niagara to move out of position. What do you like about that so far?
You want to run fouls all game long, Seth, and you're completely right here. And what I've liked about the Wolves is that they've been able to execute exceptional status in moving that ball around from outside the 3, and that's exactly what you like to see. They've been taking shots here. They've been playing well. They've been playing super great from outside the 3 and been utilizing the pick and roll, and that's exactly what you like to see from this club coming forward here. But one thing I like from Niagara as well, too, is their ability to play zone defense, really clog up the middle, and the amount of times that they pick the Wolves off of balls, driving up the paint with it, has been remarkable, too. You want to shut the Wolves down from getting in within close range as well, too, and they've been doing such a great job at that so far throughout the first 5 minutes of this opening quarter here. And the Wolves half-court press there, coming forward but unsuccessful. Niagara in possession right now, playing from the top of the arc. Gonna try and break past Holder on it. Playing from the corner, from the left side. Unsuccessful there, and it's gonna be tipped away. He's able to spin past Holder up on that one. Potential alley-oop up on the line, but not quite.
Yeah,
with 4:03 left to go here in this opening quarter.
Ball does not get there. Free throw try for Niagara, their second trip.
Got a lot of fans in attendance for tonight's men's game.
On both sides of the court. We had to pull out the other side here.
Well, that's exactly what you love to see here in the opening game of the postseason, right?
Yeah, it's a community coming to support their college, and you have a chance to. It's playoffs. Anyone can win, right? So they have a chance to go to quarterfinals and punch their ticket there. And women's just did it before. Let's see if the men's team can come out here with a victory.
Desta for three, beautifully done by him from downtown. Just remarkable. And they'll look to really apply this pressure here in the front court right now, but working from inside the paint is going to bank that one off the backboard and in for the simple two. Beautifully done, and if you're the Wolves, those are the kind of opportunities that you really want to cancel out of the opposition's game. Desta, or not Desta, but Opena was going to play that one off the rim there, unsuccessful too, but coming back the other way is Niagara, working through center. Just outside the three, was going to hand this one off. Wolves playing zone coverage right now. Is going to be hard to break through, forcing the opposition to shoot from outside here, and that's going to swirl around the rim there and tipped upwards. He's going to work three men inside the paint right now. Second chance scoring opportunity just flawed. They're going to get the ball up to Desta. Sent court wide over to Teslock. Look, number 24 in white right now, working his way inside the three, but is going to pass that one back to Opena. Or not Opena, but Balmaceda from outside. Going for the three, and Desta there, 2 for 2 and 3-point attempts tonight.
And incredible defensive rebounding, able to turn it up on the offensive side of the court, able to transition to the offensive playmaking, able to get Opena with his. Simon Desta, sorry, I apologize, to get his second 3-point shot.
And they'll lay that one down from outside the three there, retaliating with one of their own. Balmaceda was going to pass this one off to Desta. Desta calling a play up on the line from the left side of the court now, but he's going to shoot from outside the three and land another. Buddy's 3-point shooting has been out of this world to start off this opening quarter here, and he's already got 9 points on the night. Here, Wolves looking to really cancel out opportunities from inside right now. Working from inside the paint, is going to be able to drop one down there successfully, but the Wolves are going to move that ball forward quickly. He's going to hand this one over to Teslock. Look, playing from the left side of the court, now from the outside, working his way through center. And as I mentioned earlier, Seth, just the ability to shut the Wolves down from inside the paint has been so successful tonight, and they haven't been getting too many close-range shots, forcing them to shoot from outside. And, Desta, just his ability to answer to that kind of system has just been so great for the Wolves here coming out. Desta working with the ball right now, is going to send that one wide. Working from inside, going for it, is going to play that beautifully. Webster, number 13 in white, making his way back. And the Wolves have not forgotten their defensive responsibilities heading into tonight's game as well, too, as they've been playing a shutdown game of their own, leading 25-14 here. Desta to pick up on the defensive rebound. Beautiful stretch pass coming forward there, and the score will not count.
It's going to be an offensive foul. They're saying he kicked as he went up for the ball.
Yeah. Catch number 8, Blue, right down. He's going to have a little help up, but he's going to shrug that one off, and he'll go off for a substitution as he makes his way to the athletic therapist, or just to take a seat. But
50.5 seconds left in the first quarter. 25-14 is your score. Algonquin leading.
Pass this one across, and they're going to go court wide with it as they make their way over the midcourt line right now, playing from outside the three, trying to test La Chapelle. He's going to drop this down to the corner from outside. Just a brick off the rim there, and the Wolves will secure the defensive rebound and look to make their way over the midcourt line right now. Desta challenging the defender. Beautiful sidestep coming in from him, and he's going to play that one remarkably. See if not quite, but just his shooting has been so on point tonight and just so accurate, and that's exactly what you like to see coming out of his game. Already 9 points to open off this opening quarter here, and the Wolves 25 points apiece leading 25-14 here over the Niagara Knights. Playing from outside.
We're playing really good right now.
The Wolves have just been forcing them to shoot from so far, and they have not been landing many of their shots here coming out. And most of the opportunities they have been getting from inside the paint as well too, where they've been able to recover on offensive opportunities as well too. And those rebounding games coming from both teams tonight has been nothing but spectacular. The Wolves have been giving up a little bit too much open space inside the key. Those are kind of options you really want to minimize, but their defensive rebounding game has been on point tonight too. So if you're able to secure, that comes as if they don't put up a 2 as well, right? So those are the options that you really want to cancel out heading forward. But you're leading 25-14 coming out of that opening quarter. It's been really dominant so far. You got the momentum. You want to keep on. You still want to play defense conservatively as well too. You don't want to change up what's been working for you inside the 3.
Yeah, 100%. 9 of 16, 56.3%. Sorry, from field goal percentage, and 3 of 5, 60% from 3-point percent, and all that's coming. Those 3 makes are all from Simon Desta, easily adding to his total as the leader in Algonquin Wolves franchise history in men's basketball with way over 2,000 points. Great.
At least for a reason.
It is, and exactly for that. He's able, he has an all-around game. He's able to shoot from the paint, able to go mid-range, and then able to go from downtown. And we're seeing both these teams rebounding really well. Algonquin 10 total rebounds, Niagara 9, and defensively it's where the rebounds are coming from. Algonquin 9 rebounds defensively, and Niagara 7 rebounds defensively. So very strong in the paint defensively, getting those balls off the glass, and offensive rebounds are working from there, but both teams got to work on their offensive rebounding game, because that's the chance that you get your second chance points from.
Exactly, Seth, and I agree with you 100% here with just under 10 seconds left to go here in timeout as both teams make their respective ways back out onto the court here, with the Wolves leading 25-14 over the Niagara Knights right now, looking to really push past this preliminary round of the OCAA playoffs here, and it's looking good for them. They've come off to a hot start. You want to keep up this momentum streak heading forward.
100%, and 10 minutes starting here for the second quarter, 25-14. Let's see how many more points we can drop in this second quarter. LaChapelle will start that one off for Opena, but Opena to get picked off the ball there, hustling back to win the foot race, but he's going to spin around with it and drop it through nonetheless here, dropping the first 2 of this second quarter. Opena in position there, beautiful screen set up. Will drive through, and offensive foul, Bailey. Yeah. It's a beautiful charge nonetheless, but you really want to hustle. And as we mentioned earlier in the women's game, you really want to set the tone of the game physically. You want to come out, you want to pick those steals, and that's something that Niagara's done so far this game, right? They've really been able to set the tone physically, drawn a ton of fouls at the same time. But you want to stick to a little bit of a defensive, to a disciplined game as well, too, here. And the Wolves really optimizing that half-court press there, executed to perfection. Love's going to find its way out, but just kind of trying to cancel the rhythm coming from Niagara's end. 100%. It's all about rhythm. It's all about finding your groove, setting the tone, and momentum. And right now, Algonquin momentum on the scoreboard and momentum in the game as of right now. It'll be a travel up on the play here, and the ball will be awarded to the Wolves to look to make their way forward within the offensive transition. Leading by a hefty lead here as they'll make their way over the midcourt line now, passing this one inside to LaChapelle over to Galaza. He won't be able to crack that 3 from outside, but he'll pass this one over to Balmaceda, going for it nonetheless, and he will drop it down for 28 points here coming out for the Wolves. And that full court press has been a real big issue tonight for Niagara. Coming out here, and he's going to get fouled up on the play, and will come out to the line for 2. Yeah, great pressure defensively, playing that full court press, Bailey, and they're able to get the ball out. LaChapelle's able to rip the ball out, pass it off to Balmaceda, and Balmaceda able to go up to the rim. Does not get the bucket, but able to go and get a trip to the free throw line and have 2 shots here. Galazi here from inside the free throw circle right now. Look to see what he drops down for the Wolves. He's going to drop down that first bucket, 1 for 1 tonight.
when it comes to Galaza free throw shooting. Two for two here so far. Just phenomenal shooting coming from him. Well, gonna move this one out. Working for him still inside their own zone. Gonna find their way out here, and there's gonna be a foul up on the play nonetheless coming from La Chapelle, I do believe. He's gonna catch number 8 in black up high.
Yeah, right there did not work in what he wanted. La Chapelle getting the foul called on him, but nothing less. That pressure, Bailey, defensively, you got to keep doing that, right, for Algonquin?
Yeah, and that half-court press and the full-court press has been really working for them so far this game here. They're going to work inside the paint right now. The Wolves really just trying to cancel out any kind of options they can get from inside the key. So far will, but it'll be taken out to the free throw line here for a chance at 2. Caden Moore here out to the line for the Knights to take these next 2 shots and look to see what he looks to drain down. And he'll go 2 for 2 on the night. His first 2 points of today's action. He's going to pass this one over to Balmaceda over the midcourt line right now, looking to make his way past defenders. La Chapelle with a potential misplay up on the ball is going to force a turnover, coming back the other way. 3-on-2, odd man rush. He's going to play this one into the basket nonetheless, and the 2 will count. And he'll come out to the line for 1.
Great play defensively, able to first force a turnover on La Chapelle, get the ball, run up court, and I thought he was going to end up dropping it off, ditching it off to teammate, but no, he drives to the net, absorbs the contact, forces Algonquin to foul, puts it up, hopes for the best, and it goes in. So great play by them. 30-20, 8:28 left in the second quarter. Free throw line for 1 shot here for Niagara.
Adrian Pajor, number 8 in blue, has already got 5 points, 6 points on the night here for his efforts. Galaza was going to pass this one over to Brooks. Gone court wide. He's going to move this one inside there. Brooks, great reach of the ball, was able to get a touch on that one. He was going to move that one up with it. Webster is going to sling this one across for Galaza from the corner now. Let's keep that one back in action there, and a turnover will come from the Wolves' end. Moving forward with it, Niagara is going to drop this one back from outside the 3 now, playing from the corner with all the open space they could possibly want in the world to secure the 3-point from downtown. Tessock look, 8 points on the night. He's going to pass that one over to Galaza. Brooks is going to sell the fake pass there and bank that one off the backboard and in. Niagara currently only trailing by 8 to the Wolves, leading 32-24 here with 7:26 left to go here in this second quarter before we hand this one off to halftime. He's going to make its way inside the 3 now, working inside the paint right now. The Wolves will pick up on the air ball and look to move forward in a fast break here from the left side.
Foul against Niagara.
Yeah.
Algonquin still holding on to a lead, but lead was up to 10, and now we're, like you said, 8. So Algonquin has got to really focus on what they want to do and get some shots up and some shots to drop. You know, they're 11 of 20 right now from the field. So let's see here if they can get a couple more shots up.
Tessock look from the corner now to bury this 3. Unsuccessful there. Brooks was trying to get down low, be disruptive, and get a great reach on the ball there to force a turnover. But it's going to be unsuccessful. Now working in a charge, pulling through there. Both players get taken down to the court.
Be blocking
CJ
foul.
Galaza will come up there nonetheless, but what's that?
Blocking foul.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a charge. I would have called that charge. Shoulder was in it, but official did call blocking foul. That's going to be the 5th foul of the night, of the quarter, sorry, and it's going to be free throw.
Running's going to bury that one down. It'll be unsuccessful there, and Brooks trying to get a touch on the ball there, but it's going to find its way out of bounds in and over the baseline.
That's a great pressure by Niagara. Free throws missed. Grabbed the rebound, was able to control it as they both go out of bounds. Niagara's player able to knock it off of the Wolves and gets it to go out of bounds.
There'll be a timeout here called up on the court from the Niagara end right now here. And I mean, Seth, what's been your breakdown and analysis so far heading out into the second?
Well, so far, Bailey, Algonquin's still playing a tough game. First quarter was a great quarter. Here, able to drop a 7 points. Looking to drop a little bit more, but they're playing good so far. Now the next step is they really have to push to create some more opportunities. Get that ball moving. We're not seeing a lot of a crazy amount of ball movement. So let's see here. Dish it inside, bounce the ball a little bit, get it outside, create some plays, get some screens going so they're able to get wide open shots and go from there. But I believe we have just under 8 minutes here. Let's see what happens in next, but Algonquin's got to stick on that. But defensively, still playing good. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the Wolves have been landing 55% of their shots so far this game. They're 11 for 20 from the floor, right? So they're really impressive numbers. When you look at Niagara's end, right, they're only 8 for 20, 40%, not shooting as well here, and it really shows in the current score right now, right? The Wolves up 32-25 right now. There's a lead you want to keep on, and when it comes down to the defensive game, the Wolves have been rebounding fine, in my opinion. You know, they've been playing pretty great from inside their own three. Been really doing a solid job at closing off the middle there, and those where you don't want opponents to get into as well too. Niagara's done 10 times better when it's been coming to closing off the three, is not closing off the three, but closing off the paint as well too, right? So just both teams have been playing steady basketball up to date, and I mean, you know, you really want to keep on this lead. If you're Niagara right now, you want to look to make a comeback. It's not entirely unrealistic here, but you got to go to work.
And that Niagara, that's a long shot. Niagara, that was more of a forced shot, and that's a turnover.
Oh, beautifully done there by Opena to keep that ball in the action.
Talked a little too soon, Bailey. Looked like it was going to be a turnover caused by luck, but able to be controlled and drops it in.
Trying to get a tip on the ball to get that one in, but no, it'll be unsuccessful and find its way over the line here, and the Wolves will win possession of the ball, looking to move forward with it. With 6:27 left to go on the clock here before we hand this one over to halftime. Now from the left side of the court, he's going to try and go court wide with this one over to Webster. Webster couldn't quite get a solid reach on the ball there, but nonetheless came through in 3 spectacular scoring opportunities there for the Wolves.
Yeah,
and find his way to the line.
That was a great pass. Seeing Wolves cutting right to the paint, ditching it down, missing his all 3 shots, but grabbing those rebounds. Those are the second chance points opportunities or third chance points opportunities that are created by the offensive rebound. And now we're at the free throw. We got this one, 7 for 8. Great free throw first half here today, and now we lead by 11.
Webster was going to drop that one down there, and the ball will be handed over to Niagara. He's going to move this ball right now, playing from the outside of the court. He'll find its way over to the midcourt line and looking to drive down the middle with it here, and the Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound. Passed over to Teslock Look, who finds himself in the offensive transition. He's going to whip this one across court wide with it and moved inside the paint there. He's going to get a great reach on the ball and just tip that one in, and a beautiful layup opportunity coming from the Wolves.
Great tic-tac-toe play, Bailey. Yeah. Great passing, great ball movement.
Beautiful shot coming in from Niagara. Teslock Look. Really trying to break through that half-court press right there. He's going to hand that one over to Brooks. Brooks going to hand this one back over to Teslock. Looks to shoot from the top of the arc, and a beautiful backboard deflection and in coming from downtown. We just talk about how remarkable his shooting has been. He leads the Wolves in field goal percentage this season.
And for a reason.
Exactly. And he can shoot from anywhere on the court. He's probably the Wolves' most lethal shooter. When you talk about how great shooters are on this team, you look at the amount of scoring depth there is within the lineup. Simon Desta can shoot from outside the 3. Great. Teslock Luke can shoot from anywhere.
100%.
He's so lethal from anywhere on the court, whether it's at the line, from outside the three, from inside. The key, he can make magic happen with the kind of hands he's got. He's got just such a lethal and accurate shot as well, too. So it's just a part of his game that can't really be replicated onto any other player. That takes skill, that takes talent, and there's a lot of players who can do certain jobs up on the court. Not every player could shoot the way that Teslok Luke does.
Yeah, and I agree, Bailey. And this Wolves team has those players that are good at one thing and other players are good at another thing. That's why this team complements each other. That's why they're 12-6 in the regular season and facing Niagara in the first round.
He's going to hand this one over to Webster, playing from the top of the arc right now. Westcarth looking to make his way inside the three right now. He's going to spin away with it, and a bad turnover coming from him. We're going to find themselves coming the other way, one-on-one. And a beautiful block by Teslok Luke there, just beautifully cooked up to perfection.
Looking like LeBron James in the 2016 finals against the Warriors right there, and running down the court and saying, "You're not like us," and getting the ball out of there.
Exactly.
Had to bring a little Kendrick Lamar in this.
Of
Halftime
course.
show was almost a week ago, and Teslok Luck is saying, "This is our day. You're not like us," and exactly going from there. And
right.
But another free throw trip for Niagara. So they actually called a foul on that for Teslok Luck block. I thought it was all ball, but I guess officials saw a different point of view.
Well, he went out for the layup on the play and got completely violated.
100%.
So. Violated. Smothered. Brooks looking to make his way up the court with it now, playing from inside their zone. Was going to drop this one over to Opena. Opena coming through with it down the middle from the side there, but was going to find its way out of bounds. 4:33 left to go on the clock here in this second quarter. Time's been moving a little slow here, Seth.
A little slow, and Algonquin lead by 9. Still got the lead, but they got to keep their pressure defensively, or else that score can go down, and we know how fast that score can change.
Playing from outside the three right now, is going to go court wide with it and play that one over to the left. Looking to try and break through on the defender there, but he's going to just take his shot from inside the three, though nonetheless for the two will be unsuccessful here. The Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound, making their way up court, now center. Back over to Opena. Opena taking the shot there, unsuccessful. It's going to be tipped up by Weber, and a beautiful offensive rebound coming in from him. And that's something you haven't seen too much from the Wolves coming forward, is their offensive rebounding game. It's been a little slow off the date here.
Yeah, exactly. A little slow. That's their third offensive rebound of the day. But great rebound, nothing less. They're able to get up there. But, if you make all your shots, you don't need a rebound sometimes too. So, but they got it. That's one part of the game they have to work on, is getting their offensive rebounds in their favor so then they can get second chance points.
Wolves playing zone coverage here. We'll force them to shoot from outside here. Webster's going to hand this one over to Teslok Luke, now down center. Is going to pass this one over into the corner. Balmaceda, beautiful play of the ball there. Couldn't quite get that one through the basket, and it's going to find its way out of bounds through the sideline there. It's going to be awarded to the Niagara Knights here to come back the other way in the offensive transition. That's if the Wolves pull through in a full court press and force a turnover. Or be a timeout here out on the play, with the Wolves leading 41-32 over the Niagara Knights right now. And the Wolves have really pulled through and played a spectacular first half here. Time moving a little slow here in this second, but they've been able to shoot significant numbers tonight, as I mentioned earlier. And I just want to pull up the numbers here and see. Yeah, shooting 56% from the field in tonight's game. Just remarkable numbers. And when you look at the numbers, are 14 out of 25, and then you look at Niagara, 10 of 26. The score really replicates how well the Wolves have been playing here so far. 41-32. They're leading with a massive momentum factor right now. It's not one that you want to cancel out right now. You don't want to give up a ton of points here in this second. So you want to play conservative basketball. You want to play shut down from inside your own three. You want to play zone. You want to force turnovers. You want to play conservative here. You really need this momentum heading forward into the third half, and that really gets in the team's head heading out.
Exactly, and talk about momentum. Algonquin's been carrying that momentum throughout the day and not looking like they're going to give it to Niagara anytime soon. Only up by 9. It's going to be 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. They got to really focus on whatever their goal is, and it's not just whatever goal, right? It's the goal is to win a championship, and it all starts here today. Regular season's over with, 12-6. Now we're at the qualifying game. You guys see here what's going on.
Exactly. Play back underway here, and the Wolves really initiating a solid half-court press coming in now. Working from outside the three, playing from the top of the arc right now is going to look to find their way through the paint within. The Wolves just exposing way too much open space there. Just going to let up a simple two as Niagara was able to really drive down the middle with that one. Teslock look trying to handle this all by himself, is going to go court wide with it to Opena. Opena with a nice cross there. He's going to go wide within, pass this one over to Balmaceda. Up over to Webster. Webster to the inside of the paint there, and the Wolves trying to recover nicely. Teslock look from up top of the arc there. Was going to find himself off a brick off the rim there. Passed over to Webster. They will pick up on the loose ball and come back the other way from the right side of the court right now. Spin back in their tracks and pass this one back outside the three. Playing from the top right now. LaChapelle guarding his man solid. For the three-point shot from downtown there, is going to find himself off the right side of the rim. Come through in the offensive rebound, and so second chance scoring opportunities here that Niagara's been really able to work with tonight. And that's where a lot of their points have been really coming from. The Wolves haven't been capitalizing on those offensive rebounds. Niagara's just been too solid when it's come to their defensive game tonight, and yet they've given up a ton of points, but they're not trailing by a hefty lead at the moment either. So, and a beautiful drop there by Balmaceda. Wolves up 44-36 with 1:46 left to go here in this second quarter before we hand this one off to halftime. In over the midcourt line right now at center. Was able to fool Balmaceda on that one. Playing from outside, is going to whip that one across. Going for the three, is able to find some open space there, and the Wolves will pick up on the rebound. Coming back the other way, Teslock look from the right. Moving his way to center from inside the free throw circle right now, is able to drop that one down, but it's not going to count for two nonetheless as he misses the shot.
Yeah, you saw him rush things. He had two guys open. His teammates were open, so maybe next time he'll drive in, dish it off to his teammate, but nothing less. Right here, we see it right here.
A beautiful lead pass coming out there to Balmaceda. Gorgeous stretch coming in from him.
Niagara kind of sleeping defensively.
Yeah. And you talk about that defensive recovery, but more importantly, his playmaking ability as well, too. Just his eye for the game. He's a cerebral tactician as well, too. He's really able to spot those open players, good options, and he's not a selfish guy. He'll take it for himself if he knows he can land it, but at most times, he's just looking for the best options possible, which makes him such a great playmaker at the same time.
100%. Just like there, we see his guy running down court. He's able to drop it in, and going and getting that two. Now we have a timeout, Algonquin.
Yeah. With the Wolves leading but the Wolves leading 10 points here to the Knights. Wolves have been playing a great shutdown defensive game, as we've seen as of late. The last 5 minutes has been spectacular back and forth. Basketball from both teams. Wolves haven't done a great job at closing up their own paint, have allowed for guys to walk in, just drop simple twos from close range, 2 feet and most from outside the basket. Those are options you really want to minimize coming forward, but the transition from defense to offense has been spectacular for the Wolves tonight, and just their defensive rebounding game alone has outweighed significantly their offensive rebounding game. They haven't been able to generate second chance scoring opportunities from the net as well as you would like them to have. It's to come out and produce better. If you really want to carry away and pull through with this game, it's those offensive rebounds that's really going to be which is going to play a massive factor in your team's offensive success, right? So it's to get closer to the net, get a better reach on it, be in the right place at the right time as well, too, and to generate those opportunities. Could be the make or break difference whether or not you run away from this team or not.
Exactly, and turnovers, both teams not doing much turnovers. Algonquin with 3, Niagara with 2. 46.9 seconds left here in the second quarter. Bailey, it's looking like it's going to come down. Only 10 points separating these two teams. Great first half for both teams. Let's see here if we can get a couple more buckets here before we end off and send it to halftime.
Desta with 43 seconds left to go on the clock here. He'll try and beat a defender, pushing him away. He'll try and spin away here, and he's going to move this one to the inside. Over to Teslock, look, playing from the top of the arc right now. He's going to spin away with it, build some open space, and drive right to the basket there. And he's going to go in for a tip. beautifully done by him, and is talking about that offensive rebounding game as well too. That's been so crucial. Moving that one to the outside of the three. Just kind of going to sidestep that one there. Playing from the left side of the court right now, trying to break through LaChapelle, working inside the paint right now. Spin away fader. It's going to find itself just air.
Yeah, and he had a guy open in the corner waiting for a pass to shoot it from deep. Ball does not find him.
With 4 seconds left to go on the clock here, Des is going to pull that one out. Oh! Give me one, Seth. Give me one. That was beautifully done to close off that second quarter heading into halftime here. So as we talked about, we kind of went over the team's issues, what they need to work on, what they've been doing so well here. So we won't go too much into detail here, but give a little brief explanation of what you'd like to see from not what you'd like to have seen, but what you liked coming out from the Wolves here in this first half.
Yeah, I like their I'm not even going to talk about offensive game because we know 51 points, how great offensively, and we see here the 3-point.
You're running
how great it is. We see here Desta just pulling up from almost half court, just launching it and draining it. But I want to talk about how defensively well and they're playing. That's been the top of their game, and that's really why they're winning this game right now. Not even because they're scoring 51 points, because they're strong defensively. Their presence is felt, and they're causing a lot of pressure and disrupting the game plan offensively that Niagara hasn't played. Playing full court press, switching up, going half court press, playing man has really messed up what they have in mind. The Knights offensively, how they try to do things. So Algonquin's doing great defensively and turning it into great offense, transitioning into that game. But Teslock Luck doing a lot of playmaking, but Simon Desta finishing the first half with 4 3-pointers. Great first half for him. And we're going into halftime 51-36. Algonquin leads big.
Couldn't have said that any better, Seth. And you know, the Wolves heading out 51-36 over the Niagara Knights right now. It's a lead you want to have right now if you're a Wolves fan looking to push past this preliminary round of the OCAA playoffs. But we will hand this one over to halftime. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Followed alongside me is my color commentator,
Seth Poirier.
We want to thank you guys, whether you're tuning in on the OCAA website or the Algonquin Wolves YouTube channel. We'll tune back with you guys shortly, but do not miss the second half. Hello, guys, and welcome back from halftime. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Followed alongside me is my color commentator,
Seth Poirier.
And Seth, it's been a blowout first half here. Wouldn't quite say blowout, but the Wolves lead a hefty lead at the moment, up 51-36 over the Niagara Knights right now. What are your three keys to success here with still a minute left before we head back into the game? What are your three keys to success here for the Wolves moving forward out of this game? I know they lead, but what could they work on more that will really solidify a win here in today's matchup?
Well, first of all, they have to keep doing what they're doing offensively. So key number one would be offensive efficiency. Don't take shots that aren't open. Don't force anything. Take what's given to you and get it from there. Second, I would say, is ball movement and creating plays. Get the ball moving. Get everyone involved. All the 5 players on the floor, and create plays, create opportunities. We're seeing long stretch passes. We're seeing some nice dishes inside to outside. The third one, and probably the most important one, is staying to your keys defensively, and that's playing full court press, half court press, and going man coverage. And right there, it's causing havoc, and that's what you want. You want to disrupt whatever is being put in place, and that strategy has been worked for them, so they got to stay on that. Get to the free throw line. Could be a fourth one. I'm gonna add a fourth one, is get to that free throw line. They've been doing that so far. They do all those 4 things. Bailey, they'll walk away with a victory.
The Niagara College Knights here to start off this third quarter here with the Wolves leading 51-36. As time winds down here in this third, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, whether it's on the OCAA website or the Algonquin Wolves YouTube channel here. We're going to sling this one across from outside the 3 right now. He's going to pass this one over to the corner from the right side, looking to make his way inside the paint there, and a little underhand, beautifully done there. Will be the first 2 points here to start out this third quarter and opening of this second half. He's going to pass this one over to Openna just over the midcourt line right now. Openna's going to make his way through center right now. He's going to pass this one over to Webster in the number 13 jersey in white outside the 3. He's going to drive down, making his way inside. He's going to drop that one over to Teslock. Look, spinning away right now, fadeaway jumper, and he's going to land that too from inside the paint. Beautifully done by him. He's got 13 points on the night here for the Wolves.
And it's surprising, but not surprising with who of a shot, but I can never do that. Like, it's surprising. It's cool how some players are able to produce those nice and those, crazy shots and fading away like that. Man, I don't know about you, Bailey, but could never be able to do that. I don't know. Can you do that?
If I put my mind to it and work pretty hard, I probably could. But
It'll take you a couple years, eh?
Yeah, wow. It's to land those kind of shots efficiently while losing balance, which is the key to success whenever it comes to that, right? And these guys master. They've been playing this their entire lives, and they might not be 100%. Professionals on the college level, but they have a professional mentality of practicing whenever it comes to this sport day in, day out, right? So you practice these kind of things, you grow that kind of fundamental for the sport, and that's what makes you such a great shooter. And now obviously Teslock, look, lays that performance down day in, day night. Day in, day out, I mean.
Could be a travel here. You see Algonquin's bench going wild, not believing that their official called that. It's going to be Niagara's ball.
Going to pass this one inside the key right now. They're going to get this one out. They're going to drop that one from in behind the line. Going to go court wide with it now, playing from the right side. Now from the corner for the 3. Unsuccessful there, and the Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound. Looking to move this one forward in the offensive transition. Slung across there to Teslock. Look, pull up 3 up on the horizon there, but it will not count. Gonna hand that one back over, and a nice return feed coming from up top of the arc. 3-point attempt unsuccessful there, and I'll move that one forward, but that one too hot to handle. I'm pretty sure Niagara was gonna get a touch on the ball before it even rolled out, but.
Yeah, that was a long court patch from LaChapelle, but not able to get on his target, and that was not the best pass ever.
Pretty sure Webster was trying to argue the case that it did go off a Niagara player, but nonetheless, they will come through in the offensive transition, forcing the Wolves into defense here. Trying to shut down the zone. Gotta find its way out of bounds.
Yeah, we see as we see score 53-38 in favor of the Wolves. So far, Bailey, defensively, in the first half, Wolves been playing good, but Niagara is still playing good also, but Algonquin really got the favor in this game.
Exactly. Opena here, looking to try and break past the defender and find some open space and ways to set up. He's going to hand this one over to LaChapelle here to start off this third. He's going to sling that one across to Opena. Opena thought he was going to go for the three-point shot there from outside the line, but driving down is Webster with a second left to go on the clock. He was going to get that one in. Now from the left side of the court right now, the Wolves trying to execute some sort of press coming in from their own territory right now. He's going to move this into the corner now from outside the three. Top of the arc, pass left, just wide. Going to drop that one back with 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They're going to be forced to get one off there, but it's going to be a brick off the front rim there, and the Wolves are going to pick up on the defensive rebound, moving forward with it. Opena sent over. Teslock looking, a nice play forward there. Peter Joka, or excuse me, Webster.
On the last possession offensively for Niagara, you saw them. No one could penetrate in mid-range. The ball was all around beyond the arc on the three-point line. No one was able to dish it inside. So Algonquin playing very well defensively of really guarding that paint and not letting anyone be able to enter. And we see here Teslock Luke able to easily be a playmaker, dish it in, and finds Webster. And Webster's been playing really well today, able to really put the ball in the hoop.
Well, he's had a 12-point game in today's performance, right? He's been really balling out. When you look at him, Balmaceda and Teslock, look, they're the only two players, there are only 3 players on the court besides one from the Niagara end to post double-digit performances in tonight's game. He really balled out. He has a 12-point performance. Balmaceda 12-point performance, Teslock look 15-point performance, and it's only moving forward from here, right? So I'm actually very curious to see what the final numbers are looking like at the conclusion of today's game here. But the Wolves seem to be running away with it, 57-38 here over the Niagara College Knights. And you want to carry this lead.
You want to carry the lead, and it's proven, Bailey, that when Teslock Luck produces more than 15 points a game, the chances of Algonquin winning are higher. So obviously he has 15 points on the dot, and they're winning by just shy of 19 points.
Just over the midcourt line right now here. Balmaceda really trying to apply that pressure in the number 6 jersey. They're going to find their way down, and that pass is going to be mishandled, potentially off a fan in the stands, but maybe in the face.
Try to do a cross-court pass, not able to connect to his target.
Look in possession right now. He's going to pass this one over. Pass across. Opena. He's going to move that one inside. LaChapelle playing from outside the box. He's going to drop this one over. Opena going for it there. They're going to pick up on the loose ball. Coming back the other way from the left side of the court. LaChapelle trying to make himself look big and disruptive there, but it's going to find its way out of bounds, I'm pretty sure. And he's going to get fouled up on the play. Be a push.
It's going to be a foul against Algonquin, first one of the quarter.
With 6:10 left to go here in this third quarter. Going to go court wide with it now, playing from outside the 3 from the left side now. He's going to drop this one back. Wolves playing zone coverage here, really trying to force the opponents out. Going to move this ball forward in a beautiful lead pass to Opena. LaChapelle moved over to Webster. Talk about him, 12 points on the night. A spectacular performance. He just dropped his 14.
That was a great move. Pump fake, went underneath, and laid it right in, Bailey. That was impeccable.
Gonna be slung across here from outside, from the corner now. Going for it there, but it's going to roll off the rim here, and the Wolves will pick up on the rebound, moving forward in the fast break. Didn't take too much time to think about that one, but the pass is going to get cut off nonetheless. Webster is able to get his hand in the way there and deflect the ball back into possession. Move fast. Balmaceda is going to move that one to the inside over to LaChapelle now from inside the paint. He's going to lay that one down, flush down the pipe. From the left now from inside the free throw circle right now. He's going to work his way wide with it. Spin around from outside. And from the corner. That one looked like it may have gone out of bounds, but apparently not. Working from outside the line right now, going for the shot. 3 with only 3 left to go on the shot clock. That was a gorgeous shot. The Wolves leading 20 points here with 4:36 left to go here in this third quarter. La Chapelle over to Opena. Opena working his way inside. Beautiful pass over to Teslock. Looks able to set up that play phenomenally there. But when you talk about how great Niagara College has been at shutting the Wolves down from inside their paint,
yeah,
it's supposed to be a real challenge here for a team that only leads 20 points.
Exactly, it's a struggle. We see here defensively how they're playing. No one's allowed to go in the paint. They're saying, no, not here.
Beautiful screen setup, by the way, by Niagara.
Not able to get points here. Great defensive possession by Algonquin. Great pass.
Beautiful pass by Teslock. Look, and you talk about how great of a cerebral tactician he is. Just his eye for the play to visualize openness in place where you wouldn't think they'd be. His ability to do that is what makes him a standout player out on the court here in a perspective of both teams.
100%.
And a nice pick off the ball there from Opena, or by Balmaceda, but I won't count nonetheless there. We'll get a whistle impending on play. La Chapelle would find his way down to the court there, being helped up by Balmaceda and Opena.
This would be foul. 63-41, 22-point lead, 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. It's looking like it. Algonquin's run away with it. The Wolves are beating the Knights right now. And all of this has been created by how well they're playing defensively. You know, 24 of 41, 58.5% from the field, 7 of 13, 53.8% three-point, but it's all free throw. 8 of 9, 88.9% from the line, and not a lot of turnovers. Both teams only have 4, and just playing an incredible game from there.
Brooks going to pass this one over to Teslock. Look, now from inside their own 3, they're going to look to wake their way out. Look. Going to center this one here. He's going to pass this wide just outside the paint. Brooks finding time and space with it now. He's going to get disruptive and put his hands in the action there, but it's going to be knocked away and into the hands of a Niagara College player. Brooks really doing a great job at guarding his man there, but they're going to get it to the top of the point. Spinning away, and well, that's going to count nonetheless. And
that was a great fadeaway shot.
It was beautiful.
Didn't think it was going to go in. He tried to absorb the contact, tried to force a foul. No foul call. He puts the ball up, and the ball ends up falling in the hoop. 2 points for Niagara.
Balmaceda going in for it from the corner.
2 points for Niagara, but 3 points for us. And now we go back up to 22-point lead here, 6:44, Algonquin.
They're going to work their way inside the paint. They're going to pass this one to the outside now. Looking to really get close range to the basket, but potential fumble up on the ball. Couldn't get the time he wanted to properly get that shot off here. Balmaceda was going to move this one over to Desta for the pull-up 3. Unsuccessful there, and they'll make themselves high to get up on the defensive rebound. Working up the middle with it. Nice play from him behind the back now from the arc. From the right. Holder is going to pass this one over to Teslock. Look, who's still got 15 points on the night. Hasn't put up a point in quite a while here. Look to see if he wants to be the difference maker. And he's going to have a chance here.
But talk about rebounding, Bailey. 60 rebounds total for Niagara and 27 total rebounds for Algonquin so far. 4 have been offensively, but 23 have come off the defensive board. That just shows you how defensive the defensive presence for the Wolves is. They're there, ball is up, Niagara shoots it, ball's up. Algonquin's crashing the boards and they're getting the rebound, and that's a big reason why defensively they're able to transition into offensive play.
Brooks move this one across. Great job by Balmaceda to get on the ball there. That's going to be a tussle for it, but Niagara will regain possession, looking to make their way forward in the offensive transition. We'll drop that one outside the 3 to walk up with it now, working inside the paint, trying to get it done. Holder
get
couldn't
possession
quite
there.
gain control of the ball up on the play, and that's going to roll out and will be handed off to Niagara College.
It's like we were in sync there. We knew exactly what we were going to say.
Exactly. From the right outside the three, he's going to work his way inside the paint there, and I'm not entirely sure why he decided to pass that one to the outside when he had all the open space in the world to work with, but nonetheless, it will force a defensive transition. The Wolves will look to capitalize on the offensive opportunity here from outside the three. Desta not quite able to lay the shot there. Holder looking for the potential smackdown up on the play, but they're going to walk up with it inside the paint. Drop that one down.
20 points lead still for Algonquin.
With under a minute left to go here in this third quarter. Work from outside, Brooks. Gonna pass this one over to Teslock. Look. Brooks getting swarmed here, and then he's gonna force a turnover, coming back the other way, 3-on-2, but he's gonna get strung up in the face, I think. Yeah, and Costello is calling for a substitution, I believe. Brooks will come off, and Webster will make his way up onto the court here. Opena will come on. Teslock will make his way off.
29.3 seconds left in third quarter. Lead by 20 still, and 20 has been the lead for a while here. Almost went to 24, back to 20, 18, but 20 has been the number so far for Algonquin. So they've been doing exactly what they need to do to produce numbers and play defensively. And I don't know what else you could do better. I don't, you know, there's little things you could do, but Bailey did play an incredible game all around the board.
Bad turnover here, and the Wolves look to make up what they lost in that last free throw attempt. They'll regain possession of the ball off the loose control. Working inside the paint, it's going to pass this one back out to Desta with 10 seconds left to go here. Desta was going to play that one, I believe, off the side of the backboard there. We're pulling up with it. It'll roll around the rim, and that will be the conclusion here of this third quarter. Seth, what has been your thoughts and in-depth analysis of how that third quarter turned up?
Well, Bailey able to drop 20 points, or sorry, we're leading by 19, but able to drop almost 20 points here in the third quarter, playing great offense, but it's all about the defense. Defensively, they're there and they're attacking really well, and they're not allowing Niagara to really get to the lane and go to the hoop, and that's been a big reason why they're leading by this much and why the lead is as big as it is, because they're there defensively.
Exactly, and I agree with you 100%. You know, their offensive rebounding game has significantly picked up here in this third quarter. The ability to get to the net, you know, draw balls out, just regain control, 5-man deep inside has been really working for them. That 2-1-2 has been significant. The way they've been able to sprawl out, make themselves wide, has been really working in their favor here, and that's probably why they lead by nearly 20 points, right?
And that's exactly a big reason. And getting those offensive rebounds, we've seen recently, like you said, you mentioned offensive rebounds, and that's the big reason why they're playing a little different now, because they're able to get second chance opportunities and even third chance opportunities, getting those rebounds. And what about Webster? He's playing amazing so far. Big body, you know, he's really tall, able to get high up there, and offensive rebounds, he's getting there, and he's playing a great game here today. Webster's
got 16 points on the night for the Wolves, and this guy, I believe this is some sort of career high for him, right?
It has to, because throughout the season, regular season, didn't mention his name quite that much, especially as much as 16 points in the games. I believe it is.
I believe it is, and that's the kind of performance you want to see in the preliminary round of the OCAA playoffs as well, too. And the Wolves have been really capitalizing here, but as musical chairs comes to a conclusion, the Wolves will make their respective ways back out onto the court here to start off this fourth and possibly final quarter of today's matchup between the Niagara College Knights at your Algonquin College Wolves.
Exactly, Bailey, and nothing less. It's going to be interesting and exciting to see how this game unfolds. Why? Because it's playoffs, and we know playoffs, anything can happen. 19 points is not that big of a deficit, and we'll see here how Niagara gets in this fourth quarter and starts here, as we see Wolves
exactly.
Here.
The Wolves will start this one off from the backcourt, making their way forward over the midcourt line right now. Balmaceda is going to move this one nicely. Beautifully done there by Opena to drop that one from outside the 3.
And Bailey, that's all caused by ball movement. Players are getting open, and players are just finding their open teammates, and that's all caused by how they move the ball. That was in the 3rd one. I thought I was behind the line.
No. Either way, it said 68 up on the thing. Now it's 69.
Okay, so
nice. But leading 69-47 here over the Niagara College.
So yeah, that was his 3-pointer, and wide open, easy shot for him. Now Niagara back to the free throw line, looking to add up in the score, go up, only be down by 21.
He's going to pass this one over to Opena. And a bad turnover there will come up for the pull-up 3 there. Beautifully done and executed perfection there.
Number 8's
beautifully.
a shooter.
Oh, he is. He's got 14 points on the night here for the Knights. Working from the right side of the court right now. Opena's going to look back and look to redeem what he lost in that last 3-point shot coming forward off of his bad turnover. Opena. Oh, buddy.
4-point plays. We don't see that often. Those 4-point plays. It's probably the first one in a while. And it's going to be a trip to the free throw line.
Wolves
trying to go up by 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you're going to say, Billy?
That's exactly what I was going to say. But it was going to be unsuccessful nonetheless, but the 3-point shot still will count. It was so beautiful coming from him as well. There's going to be a hustle for the ball down on the court here, and we'll get a whistle in play.
3 seconds in the key. It's going to be Niagara's ball.
From the left side of the court right now, we're going to try and cut through the middle with it. Going to drop this one back. Trying to set up and look for options as he spins through, working inside the paint right now. He's going to pass this one to the outside now, shooting from the corner, and a beautiful 3-point shot coming in from downtown, and number 2 in black for the Niagara Knights. Moved out from in behind the baseline there. He's going to move that back over to Opena. Opena driving up the middle with it. He's going to pass this one over. Back inside, and beautifully done there by the Wolves.
Great passing. Opena driving it in, dishing it off to his teammate in the paint, and as soon as it touches his hand, he dishes off right down, and he dunks it for an incredible dunk and the and one. Bench goes crazy, crowd goes crazy, and we have an injured player. Hopefully he's okay.
A holder will make his way off the court. I do believe there's a potential nosebleed up on the play. He could have potentially got smacked there, but nonetheless, Teslock will coming out to the free throw circle here to take the shot for Haven Holder. And no other player other than him or Desta potentially to take it, but you'd want it to be Teslock.
You'd want it to, but that was a great play by him. I'd want him to take it because he is able to get that dunk up.
Exactly, and just his ability to shoot from anywhere on the court just makes him such a spectacular player at the same time too, right? So just a complete all-around player, as mentioned. Currently first on the team in rebounds, points per game. He does it all. From the free throw line, number 24 in white, Teslock look. Scott. Now working from inside the paint, make their way out from the top of the arc. 8:14 left to go here in this fourth and what could possibly be final quarter of the game. From the corner, and the Wolves just really applying that pressure defense from inside their own 3. We're gonna get up, get some great reach on the ball. Balmaceda nicely done by him. Is gonna pass this one over. And it'll find its way over to Opena. Bad turnover up on the line there, making their way over, driving up the middle with it. It'll be picked up by Webster in the defensive rebound. That's something the Wolves have done so greatly this game. That's going to go court wide over to Teslock. Look, now playing inside the 3 from just outside the free throw circle right there. The Wolves looking to make their way back there, and a beautiful lead pass coming in by the Niagara Knights. The Wolves will pick up on the defensive rebound and look to make their way over the other way as Niagara initiates a half-court press and forcing the Wolves to make a play out of bounds.
I'm surprised he missed that. Niagara player number 33 easily able to drive it in, and he was wide open, and he missed that.
Yeah, right off the backboard and out. And I mean, the Wolves were able to turn that defense into offense here, but there'll be a timeout called up on the play with just under 8 minutes left to go in regulation time. And I mean, Seth, what have been your thoughts so far? And what could the Wolves, or not what could the Wolves, but what could Niagara improve on heading out here? It's unrealistic that they're going to come back and pull through in this game, trailing 20 points with under 8 minutes left to go in regulation. But what could they possibly do to improve their game in the last remaining minutes of regulation time?
Well, they got to make their shots, and they're 18 to 53, 34% from the field, 7 to 24, 29.2% from downtown. And for them, they got to make their shots, but they got to be able to play defense. And Algonquin's going to use all the time possible to drain that clock, and all they got to do here, if you're Algonquin, is not let a comeback here by Niagara, but Niagara's got to focus on that. They got to be able to play good defense, but they got to rebound. Algonquin's doing a great job today with a total of 32 rebounds. They got to rebound the ball, they got to get the ball out, and they got to be able to make their shots. Exactly. What do you think? What do you think they have to do?
I'm trying to think here, because there's a lot that could really improve their game, right? And I think it's just their ability to play from inside their own zone, right? Just the open space that they keep giving up. It allows for too many field goal shots, coming in from the Wolves, right? They're giving up way too many shots, and shots that the Wolves are landing here. When you talk about how many shots they're landing, 28 out of 53. They're 52.8% shooting from the field, right? They're allowing them to get in there and take those kind of shots. You need to minimize that right now, and that's where most of your points are coming from. Not fouls, not three-pointers, the shots from out inside the three. You got to minimize those. You got to close up the key. And they've done such a great job at that in the opening 2 quarters of the game, right? But it's been coming out here has been a little bit of a struggle for them. Tessel quickly is going to pass that to Opena and take it back in a nice return feed. Looking to walk through with it here, and he'll be able to get a nice touch up on the ball there. The 2 will stand. He will come out to the line for 1.
Great body control. When these players go up and they get contact and they're trying to fade away and put the ball in the hoop, they're able to control their body, able to know how to put in. He's able to just concentrate on what he wants to do and not put the ball in the basket, and he does this so effortlessly.
Tetzlock look 18 points on the night here for the Wolves, leading 77-55 over the Niagara College Knights. And he will drop the singular bucket down in the free throw attempt there after recently sinking 2. Really trying to engage in that press. Will draw some open players from outside the 3 right now. Nice fadeaway shot there. It was going to go right off the rim and out there as the Wolves will secure the defensive rebound, looking to move forward within the offensive transition. I'm going to drop this one back down to Opena, working from the right side of the court right now, just outside the 3. Outside the line, he's going to pull up for a 3 right here, and that's just a bad bounce off the rim. Going to pick up on the rebound and look to come the other way with it in a fast break, trying to slow down the pace of the game a little bit. Break it past Desta. We're going to play from outside the line here from downtown, and will land the bag where all the money is stashed. But only trailing 20 here right now with 6:25 left to go. He's going to whip that one across to Opena. Balmaceda back over to Opena from the left side now. And he's going to drop that down beautifully. We'll talk about how great Opena has been so far this game. He's got 9 points on the night.
Just hit 80 points, 81-58 is your score. 80 points in the qualifying game in the playoff. It's really impressive. 80 points here, just hit
it's
their
a blowout.
average.
It's a blowout by far here, and the Wolves have really been laying a dent with this Niagara College team today.
In the regular season, they average 81.5 points. They're up to 81. If they get another bucket, they're over their average points per game.
Balmaceda is going to pass this one over to Simon Desta. Simon Desta with a beautiful cross there. He's going to look to make himself inside the paint there, and he beautifully laid that one down. And we talked about that was an issue for Niagara College heading into this quarter, right? Was the ability to shut down the paint. They didn't do a great job at that in the third, which they did exceptionally well in the first and second here, but that's where they've been giving up a majority of their points, and that's something they need to work on closing down here. It's not like they'll make the comeback realistically, trailing by 20 with just under half, or just a little over half the quarter left to be played, but that's where majority of it's coming from. Teslock look now working inside the paint there with foul up on the line.
Yeah, and it's going to be, and Teslog Look is shaking up on the ground.
He's grabbing his knee there, and that's never a good sight. That was some talk between Trevor Costello and whether it's the official or Teslog Look.
He's shaking up.
Or that's going to hit a funny bone for sure, you know, like, especially where he's grabbing his kneecap as well, too. That doesn't feel nice whatsoever.
Another turnover, costly turnover. Bailey, you asked me a question, what do you have to do? Not do turnovers, and that's what Niagara's doing so far. They're doing turnovers, and you don't want that. And Algonquin's just going to take care of the business. They're going to take what you give them and go from there.
Exactly. Brooks going to play that one over to Teslog Look. Teslog Look taking time and patience with the ball here, going for the shot, and just beautiful swish. You talk about how all his buckets are just so silky smooth.
100%.
You've never seen a dirty field goal shot ever from Teslog Look. I've never seen it before.
No, and not at all. But incredible. It comes off his wrist like with nothing. It's just flawless.
Just a beautiful flick of the wrist there with the potential turnover up on the line there. But Opena was able to drop that one down for the 3. His 12th point of the night. Niagara College will call a timeout on the court here with the Wolves leading 89-63 over the Niagara College Knights. And I mean, not much to add, Seth. I mean, they've been playing such a spectacular game up to date. I mean, landing their shots 55%, 56% whenever it comes to field goal percentage. What's there to diss on here? They're not causing turnovers. They're really initiating that half-court press. They're playing great from inside their own zone. They're clogging up that paint. They're not doing anything wrong here. They're playing great against a team that came in here with a 12-8 record, with a 10-8 record.
Yeah, 100%. It's nothing they've been doing wrong. They've been playing well-organized basketball, and that's all starts by the game plan and a strategy put in place all week in practice with the coaching staff. And another thing I want to point out, dishing a lot of assists today. 27 assists here today, and usually the average, well, not usually, they assist a game, they're averaging 17.2 a game in the regular season. So they're above their average points a game, and they're above their average assists a game. So it's incredible. And when we talk about rebounds a game, they're at 34. They're only 4 rebounds shy of that. And 3-point percentage is almost double what they had in regular season. And their field goal percentage is high up at 55% also.
Working from outside the 3 right now there. Potential misplay up on the line, but he's able to recover phenomenally from that. They'll drive up with it, and they'll get that one off the backboard and in.
Bailey, do you think we hit 100 today?
I think we're going to hit 100 today. I think it's going to get done. But I see it every time we come close to hitting 100,
100%.
so I feel it like
yeah, but there's a lot of time today, though. 3:30 left.
And they're picking up on these offensive rebounds so well. They're able to regain control of the ball and come through with the second chance scoring opportunity there. Desta's going to play that one right off this side of the hoop, and it's going to find its way out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know why. They still had 8 seconds on the clock. Desta could have still passed it inside or drove inside, but decided to shoot from long range. Missed that shot. Niagara takes control.
We're going to move this one across here. Now playing from the top of the arc. Working on the right side there, just out of bounds. It won't be awarded to the Wolves here. It'll be awarded to the Niagara College Vikings, or not Vikings, but Knights.
Desta coming off. Embraces with his coach.
He's played a really solid game here today for the Wolves. Brooks on the court and a substitution in Galaza. Nice play from him behind the back there. He's going to pull up in a fadeaway 3 attempt. Mongrew's going to pass this one back. Opena, top of the arc, just cutting wide with it right now. Brooks is going to drive right to the net there, and beautifully done.
Great pass.
Great pass right through the inside there, and that's exactly what you like to see. The Wolves lead 91-65 here. They'll retaliate with 2 of their own. Opena over to Brooks from outside the 3, looking to set off 5-man here. Mongrue looking for options, going to pass this one over to the corner from the right side of the court. CJ Galaza trying to sidestep a defender here. Playing from the top of the arc, he's going to drive into the paint there and get her done beautifully. 93 points with 1:58 left to go here in regulation time. I'm very excited. I'm pumped. Do you think, now it's coming down to the wire. They're 7 points out. Are they hitting 100? You have time to go back and say no whether you like to or not.
Or we have 1:58 left. I don't know why I saw a minute.
1:58.
1:58, so we have just under 2 minutes. When you look mathematically, you get either 3 threes. Sorry, my math is really off. I don't have a calculator right now, but you get 2 threes. You get up there. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes, and but I do believe we can. Just depends how we play defensively. But Niagara's gonna try to pass it around, 4 shots. So all we need is get a couple buckets.
Shaheem Brown now onto the court in number 3 jersey there. The shot clock will reset, coming up with speed. Got some fresh feet now out onto the court. We'll look to hand that one over to Mongrue as he gets taken down on the court there, but it'll be no impending foul on the play. It'll make their way over the midcourt line right now with time winding down left on the clock. There's 1:19 left to go. Shaheem Brown looking to move this ball quick. He's going to pass that one over to CJ Galaza up the middle with it. Still in the backcourt. Transition that one over to the front. Nice drop.
They're in no rush, Bailey.
It'll play from inside the paint there, and it's try and get this one out. Nice play between the legs. Galaza will look to run down the rest of the clock here with just under a minute left to go in regulation time. The Wolves leading 93-67 here. Want to play off a body. I don't believe that went off of Galaza here. I believe the ball will be awarded to the Wolves. And they'll call a timeout with under a minute left to go in regulation time here with the Wolves leading 93-67. I don't believe they'll hit the 100-point mark in today's game. There's no really reason to go out and try full pin when you're leading by such a hefty scoring lead.
It looked like they wouldn't have 2 minutes left. It looked like they, but missed opportunity, 2 possession missed, and now. But at the end of the day, I don't. We're looking at it. Oh, let's hit 100, but we hit 93. If we finish 93-67, we almost beat a team by 30 points in a playoff game. Think about that.
Sure.
But yeah, Algonquin calling timeout, regrouping themselves. There's got to be a reason why. Obviously, there's a timeout called. I can't give you that reason. So we'll see here. Algonquin coming out with the inbound on the baseline. See here what type of play design gets picked and go with it. Both teams step on the court. Let's see here, 42.8 seconds left. Fourth quarter, 93-67. Wolves with the lead. And Bailey, it's looking like we're going to punch our ticket to the quarterfinal match.
I believe 100% they will. I mean, they're leading 93-67 here. There's no comeback on the horizon for Niagara College. No. It's done. It's finished.
Their comeback should have started. It would have started a long time ago, but
they
just
slammed
not
the
enough
nail
time
in
left.
that coffin.
Yeah.
We're going to move this one out, though. Nonetheless, you want to play for pride in the last minute of regulation time, and this is the last game of your season as well, too. So play with as much pride as you possibly can here. For the last time, a lot of these players play with each other, too, right? So it's a devastating moment for everybody, except for the Wolves. Shane Brown trying to go for the steal here with 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Mongrue. Just let him walk in freely. And they'll let the time run down here. But much respect between these players out here on the court as the Wolves will punch their tickets to the quarterfinals in a 93-69 nice victory over the Niagara College Knights. And Seth, it's been a really entertaining game to call. It's been a blowout. It's been fun. I love calling games like these. What has been your thoughts and in-depth analysis of how the 4 quarters of basketball turned up today?
Well, it was a good game, nothing less. Both teams played good, but Algonquin really was able to run away with it. And that all started with when they started rebounding offensively and really making all their shots count. And they did an incredible job with that. And we saw that we saw it happen. We saw a lot of these guys being able to get to the free throw line and go from there. But nothing less. You only allow 69 points, not even 70. It's your defensive game. Their defensive presence was very strong. They move in and out quick. They're not letting Niagara be able to go in the paint. They have a big presence. And offensively, they did a good job. Ball movement, their passing has been on point today. Finished with 35 of 66 shot, 53% from the field goal, 13 of 25, 52% three-point field goal, and 10 of 12, 83.3% free throw. And they finished the day with 37 total rebounds and 28 assists. So played incredible game, and so glad that they're able to punch a ticket to a quarterfinal game. Bailey, incredible game, incredible time being here with you. It hasn't been with you in a while.
It's been a good time. It's been a good time.
But it was an incredible game, nothing less, and excited to see how the future holds for this Wolves men's basketball team.
Well, Seth, it's always been a great time being with you, buddy. Thanks for joining me today. Obviously, I want to thank everybody who's tuning in on the OCAA website or the Algonquin College Wolves YouTube channel. It's been a great game today. The Wolves won 93-69 here. So still much of the weekend left to be had. Don't party too hard, but drink hard. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan. Followed alongside me is my color commentator,
Seth Poirier.
Take care, guys, and have yourselves a great weekend. Party hard.